It is October 26th, Sunday morning, about 7 a.m. I mean, the streets are quiet because it is Sunday morning, that's why. And here we have some pigeons and a seagull fighting for some food, perhaps. And here is our bus 24 towards Hampstead. And we are on Wilton Road here. This is kind of Pimlico and Victoria. It is not far away from Pimlico station and Victoria station. Victoria station is just right in front on the left. Here, this one is, I think, a hotel. And here on the right, we have some office buildings. And on the left, this is Victoria. And this is Apollo Victoria Theatre. It was opened, I think, in 1930, 1929, 1930 in those days. And here on the left, this is Victoria Station and Victoria Underground Station, where you can take trains to Heathrow, to eastern part of England. And here on the left, that is Victoria Station, bus station. And Victoria Coach Station is not far away from here either, about 10 minutes walk. And here in front, that is Victoria Palace Theatre. It was opened in 1911. And that is a nice looking clock tower. So if you see glass buildings here high-rise buildings, especially the glass build, they're all built in the past 10-15 years, except not these ones on the right. And here on the right, if you go somewhere here on the right, there you can find Westminster Cathedral, I think, yeah. I mean, these buildings on the left, these are built in the past 10-15 years, and the one on the right, these are kind of probably 1970s, 80s, not sure. And Westminster Cathedral is somewhere here on the right, behind these buildings on the right. And as you can see, it's Sunday morning, there's not much traffic, except you see some lorries and some vehicles. And here on the right, that area is Pimlico. So there's a nice looking buildings on the right, probably built in the 1930s. And we are approaching St. James's Park Station bus stop. And you can see there's some construction going on the right. I think St. James's Park Station is here in this street, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a nice looking building. And you can see there's some more construction going on the right. We are approaching Westminster Abbey. Those towers you see, that's Westminster Abbey. And here on the left, we have some office buildings. This place is full of office buildings. You can see there's construction going on the right. And we are approaching Westminster Abbey. Here it is. It's a beautiful looking building. It is about 1,000 years old in Gothic design. I think the entrance is about £30 for tourists. And we have some nice looking buildings here on the left and on the right. Well, that is still Westminster Abbey. And over there we have Big Ben. And what we have here, that's a nice looking, beautiful, majestic building. Parliament Square. It's a nice looking structure, beautiful design. It's a beautiful building, but when the sun rays and the sunlight comes on it, it kind of makes it a beautiful glow to the whole building. I'm not sure when it was built, but it looks very beautiful. And here, this is one of my favorite buildings in London, Big Ben, with a beautiful clock tower. It's about 7:15. Big Ben is right next to River Thames, and here we have some beautiful buildings on the right and on the left. Look at these beautiful columns here, beautiful buildings. I'm not sure when these were built, probably 1930s, or I mean before that, I'm pretty sure. Victorian times, Edwardian times buildings perhaps. And we have some, I don't know what does this commemorates. But you can see Sunday morning, there's not much traffic. And here we have some statues here on the right. I think this statue is commemorates the contribution of women in World War II. And here we have another statue, a man on a horse, perhaps a member of royal family. And here on the left, I think that's where they have the horse parades. I'm not sure. And here on the right, we have some nice looking building. Perhaps it's a hotel. And another statue. So earlier that statue, which is in the remembrance of women's. I'm not sure why women are sent to wars as soldiers or part of an army. Aren't we men supposed to protect them? And here on the left we have Trafalgar Theatre. And that is in front, Trafalgar Square. So Trafalgar Square is named after the Battle of Trafalgar. Or it was a British naval victory in the Napoleonic Wars. There's quite a lot of buses here. So if you go straight, that's Strand, where you will find King's College London and LSE, London School of Economics. And here over there, that's National Gallery, which is free. The entrance is free. They're open daily, I think. And here we have a nice looking church on the right. And we have another statue in front. So if you go in one of those streets here on the right, you will get to Covent Garden probably in 10-15 minutes. We are approaching Leicester Square Station. And here on the left here, they have like these movie premieres with red carpets sometimes. You can see there are plenty of shops on the right and on the left. This place is littered with food places and all sorts of shops. And here on the right we have one of the entrances for Leicester Square Tube Station. You can see there are plenty of shops on the right and on the left, and I think these on the right are residential areas, if I'm not mistaken. So we are on Charing Cross Road. What is that? Sandringham Buildings, apparently 1884. Okay, I think by mistake my camera was turned off, so we missed quite a few stops. We were earlier in Charing Cross Road and now we are in Bloomsbury, so we kind of missed quite a few stops. And here on the left we have a nice looking beautiful park with beautiful trees, and here on the right we have some hotels, and on the left nice looking park. So we are not far away from Euston now. Euston is about 5 minutes walking distance from here. There are plenty of hotels here on the right and on the left, and someone is crossing zebra crossings. And there's quite decent enough traffic. And here we have another nice looking church. So here right in front, that is the Euston station. So if you walk backwards about 5 to 10 minutes, you will find King's Cross and St. Pancras. And here on the left we have I think it's called Friends House, where you would that's where the headquarters of one of Christian group, what's their name, the Quakers, yeah. And here on the left, most of these buildings are kind of owned by, or maybe occupied by, University College London. Most of the buildings here on the left. And here on the left we have Euston Square Station. So this is Euston Square Station, and just about 5 minutes walk if you go backwards, that's where Euston Station is. If you go straight ahead, you would go to Baker Street Tube Station. Here on the right, that is UCLH Hospital, University College London Hospital, and on the left, that is part of University College London. So this whole street is basically University College London buildings and residential areas for students. And we have a nice looking building in red on the left. And if you turn here on the left here, you will get to Macmillan Centre, where cancer patients are treated. And there's some more construction here on the right, or perhaps renovation. So we are turning right. I think, yeah, we are turning right here, going back to Euston Road. Okay, this area is normally packed full of students on weekdays, but because it's Sunday, everyone is asleep, I guess. Yeah, Sunday morning, there's no one around, not many people around, but normally this place is full of students here. And here on the left we have Warren Street Station. So you might have noticed here Warren Street Station, Euston Square Station, and Euston Station. They're all very close to each other. Okay, if you here turn left, you will get to Baker Street Tube Station, and here if you turn right, you will get to Euston. Both of them are about 10 minutes walk in each direction. And on the left, if you go, that's where you will get to Harley Street as well. Probably Baker Street Tube Station is 15 minutes walk from here. So you see all these buildings on the left and on the right, they were all built in the past 10-15 years. There's not much traffic here. You can see a nice looking red bus coming in the opposite direction. We have a cyclist and we have a cleaning truck on the left. I think we have some office buildings on the left and these ones on the right. Perhaps, yeah, these are residential areas. Residential apartments on the right and on the left, and some shops on the left with graffiti. So now we are entering Camden area. I'm not exactly sure where Camden area starts. And here we have some more construction sites. You can see excavator and a crane, I think. And here we have a side road here on the left. Okay, it's a residential area here on the left, and I'm not exactly sure what they are building on the right. And there's some roadworks and some construction site. It's a one-way road for two-way traffic. And there's some more work going on the left. So it looks like there's construction on the right and on the left. And there are some excavators and a crane. Probably they are building some high-rise buildings, who knows? High-rise residential areas, probably they're building. And here on the left is a railway track. You can see a train traveling to somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where Camden area starts, but this is quite close to Camden area. And I'm not sure what do we have on the left here. It's a nice looking colorful buildings. Kind of reminds me Faro colors. And here on the right, I think we have a park. We are approaching Mornington Crescent Tube Station here on the right. And right in front, we have another statue. I'm not exactly sure what does it commemorates. I think this is now we are in Camden High Street. You can see there are plenty of shops on the right and on the left, and the residential areas on the right and on the left, and they have shops underneath. You would find different types of shops, cafes, food places, takeaways, mobile phone repair shops. You would find everything here. It's quite a long high street. And you can see the roads here are not leveled up. And what do we have? A comedy club. You can see the roads are not leveled up. That's why the bus is quite making like these bumpy noises. You can see there are plenty of shops here. People are waiting on the bus stop on the left on a Sunday morning. Okay, if you go straight, that's still Camden High Street, which is always full of tourists. And here on the left we have Camden Tube Station on the left, which has 2 or more than 2 exits. There are many takeaways here on the left, and I think it's a construction site on the right. I mean, you can see the road is not leveled up. It's quite a bumpy ride here. Okay, I think that bus is turning left. Where are we going? Are we going straight or are we turning left? Not sure. Let's see. Okay, we are turning left here. We're going to have a smooth turn, and you can see a beautiful, colorful building on the right. And here's some plants on the building here on the right. We got back to Camden High Street, and you can see colorful shops. And that's the picture of Amy Winehouse. Yeah, she died quite young, killed by the drugs. Okay, we are turning back to Camden High Street. This place is normally full of tourists, especially on Sundays and Saturdays. And here on the left, we have a canal. Yeah, this canal is quite a long canal here. We are approaching Camden Lock, and that's the railway bridge. Here on the left is Camden Lock. There are plenty of shops inside the market. On the left is full of tourists in the weekends, but because it's Sunday morning, there's no one around. But perhaps around 11 in the morning, 10 in the morning, that place kind of get jammed packed with people, with tourists. But they're not high spending tourists, because I heard quite a lot from the shop owners there that the tourists, they don't spend that much money in Camden Town. We have a nice looking triangular building here. Okay, we are turning right. I thought we were going to go straight. We turned right, and looks like it's a residential area. And I'm glad they have beautiful trees on either side of the road. There are cars parked on either side of the road. It's quite a residential area. You can see it's fall season, and the leaves on these trees, they are changing colors. They're turning reddish, yellowish. And you can see a long queue of cars parked on the right. So it's in the morning, it's up early in the morning, you don't see much traffic. Yeah, you see cleaning trucks and some buses. Which way are we going? Right? Oh, okay, we are going, okay, in this direction. There's another 24 bus coming from the opposite direction. You see, these trees are quite beautiful, and that sunlight coming from the sun kind of gives it a glow. It makes them look even more prettier and beautiful. I'm glad, this place is full of trees, and you can see the road is kind of neater, cleaner. It's not a bumpy ride on this road here, because we are approaching Hampstead area. Hampstead area is kind of wealthier area. So when you go to a wealthy area, you would find services and roads and schools, everything better, nicer, cleaner, everything. I'm not exactly sure where Hampstead area starts from. There's not much traffic here, because it's Sunday morning, as I said earlier. And it looks like we have a nice sunny day today. We're going to have a nice sunny day today. Well, we are in October. In October, you don't get these kind of sunny, clear skies. For the past 2 weeks, it's been quite cloudy and wet. Not much rain, but very gray. And right in front, we have looks like a church, I think. I'm not sure when it was built. So we are approaching Hampstead. I think our last stop is near Royal Hospital, there. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Royal Hospital in Hampstead. And I think we are on Railway Bridge, I think we're gonna have a nice sunny day today, because the skies are quite clear, and we are held here again by red lights. Okay, I got off the bus here in Hampstead.